2025 nihilism is going to peak as a top trend among Gen Z.
There is a statistic that guarantees what she says will occur. This is the gender gap by age among Christians. And as you can see, the moment you hit the millennials, the women just start dropping right off. Before, they were the higher number. Now, good on you women for abandoning the horrific version of Christianity that America preaches. But there is a dangerous component to this. Now, I studied political science in college because I intended to and ultimately became a lawyer. But there are very few good predictions that political science is capable of making. But there is one that they have figured out a causal correlation that is quite frightening. When societies or social groups develop a gender imbalance where there are too many men, shit gets crazy. So it says right here, a society with too little women and too many excess men is more prone to conflict and violence. When societies begin forming large groups of men who are completely untethered from feminine influences, those men become aimless and they become the latent potential for frightening, charismatic leaders who will propose solutions that we do not want. I am in no way suggesting that this is women's fault or that women need to do anything about it, but we need to be aware of the fact that this social phenomenon is like a growth on your arm that you should be watching. It may not yet be dangerous, but it has that potential. And when too many men end up wandering around in society feeling aimless and have no access to feminine influences, shit can get very weird very quick. One of my biggest fears is a younger, charismatic Trump. Someone who comes along, who doesn't have a reputation that's riddled with fraud and all kinds of other stuff, who is willing to speak directly to these people and to say to them whatever they need to hear and to propose policies that they believe will help them form attachments to women. And because I know these policies will be barbaric and draconian. And so just y'all, we need to be watching out for someone who appears with an unblemished record, who's charismatic, and who is willing to just say whatever these people want to hear. Because that kind of person, there's a lot of latent potential. There's a lot of these kinds of guys wandering around. There's been many reports that there's like an insanely large number of men under 40 who are still virginal. Now, again, it's not women's job to undo anything about this. It's not their fault. It has nothing to do with that. But this is the kind of thing we have to watch because it could turn into something far more dangerous than we realize.